the weirdest game. Unexplainable. Sam Howell comes into this game after having a magnificent performance, falling short in Seattle, and then he just had another one of those games where the Commanders look awful versus the New York Giants, and then the Commanders defense leaving guys wide open. And the only reason I can think of that, why you would leave Jalen Hyatt, Wan'Dale Robinson wide open, is if you're trying to fuck the Giants' future. Because if you're the Commanders and you don't think you're going to make the playoffs and you're going to be rebuilding next year with a new cast and crew at head coach and at quarterback, what do you want to do? Okay, let's lose and then screw the Giants' future, and then they get a win here, knocks them further back in the draft, and then you knock them out of a position where they would be able to go up there and get Caleb Williams, get someone like Bo Nix, or get someone like a Drake May on their team. So it's like, the only reason why I can think of the Commanders defense being this bad when your head coach is a defensive guy is you're blowing it up this year and you want to screw over as many people in the process. So yeah, let's let Tommy DeVito get his crust cut off his sandwiches by his parents, come into this game, give him wide open receivers. This has to be the most open receivers I've ever seen in a game, especially because the Giants, we know their receivers aren't good in this game. So the only reason I can think of is that you're trying to screw over the Giants and then knock them further back in the draft standings. And if you're not doing that, what the hell are you doing here? Because Ron Rivera, defensive guy, Eric Bieniemy, coaching for a head. He's coaching right now for an opportunity to interview and be a head coach, potentially the next coach of the Commanders. You have Brian Robinson, you have Jahan Dotson, you have Scary Terry there. So it's not for lack of talent on this team. This is an offense that should be moving the ball up and down the field.
Yeah, and Sam Howell, it seems like every other week he's a franchise guy, and every other week he has games like this where just does not move the ball like he should. And I think there's a theory there as far as, ruining their draft position, because I know Tommy DeVito, I know his mommy likes to, give him his warm glass of milk with his cookies. And I guess in this game, they wanted to see if he liked cupcakes, because he had a lot of cupcake touchdowns in this game. And they're like, oh, I know what he likes. He likes the crust cut off for his sandwiches. Well, apparently they like cupcakes as well, because some of these touchdowns were cupcake touchdowns where wide open. You saw Saquon Barkley, who this year, he really is just kind of their offense at this point, especially with the loss of Darren Waller. But wide open touchdowns against a team that couldn't score more than 14 points. I don't know if I can believe in this. And now you're going to have New York fans, or should I say New Jersey fans, because they play in New Jersey and they should really be the New Jersey Giants, but I digress. You would think these teams now are going to be naive about Tommy DeVito because of the game that he had. Well, let's see how he bounces back next week against the lowly Patriots. I guess we'll see in the battle of the lowly cellar dwellers of the NFL.